Hello, everyone.
Howdy.
It's William and Andrew here from Allegory Gallery, and today we are at Star Cottage Studio. And we have some nice glass strands for you at very good prices. We are not even going to have to give you a discount on these because the prices are so good already.
We already marked them down.
Yeah, we did. Marked them way down. So these are going to be the new retail prices. They may go up on the website if you don't purchase them here, or Andrew may just grab them back up into his collection, which is where they came from in the first place.
Some of them.
Some of them. So we have some glass, we have some foil glass, some fun stuff for you today. If you're out there, please say hello. Hello, everybody. Let us know where you're coming from. Let us know how your day's going. You have plans for the weekend. It was a beautiful day here today. It was a little bit chilly, but it was
Not
sunny.
bad for December.
No, it was like 40 some degrees and sunny. And if you missed it, I took a picture, a little video of that natural African citrine that we had for you on Wednesday that nobody claimed, crazily. I don't know why. But I took a picture of it in a little sunbeam to try and give you, because I know our lighting is not great here, especially after the dark time, which is what we're in right now. But I took a little picture of it and posted it on Facebook so you could all see that glistening citrine, which is beautiful. Of course, the sale prices have ended on those. So if you're still looking at that video, retail prices are where it's at. And those are also marked on the little papers we put down for the lot numbers. Let's see who is with us today. Suzanne, hello. William and Andrew, AG Bead fam, thank you for tuning in again. Hello, June. Good to see you here. Marianne, oh, you got your new phone. It finally arrived. It says I need to finish setting up my new phone. Nice.
What kind of phone is that?
Yeah, what kind of phone did you get, Marianne?
William loves phones.
I do, but iPhones mostly. I haven't worked with an Android phone in a very long time. Suzanne says, my day has been crummy, but I'm with you guys now. Well, let's make the day better. How about it? Let's hang out together and just chat and have some fun. We're going to look at some beads. We're going to chat about some stuff going on. We had some people in for classes today, which was great to see. Some people out and about for classes. Some of our regulars came in, and so that was nice.
They made projects from Jen.
They made projects with Jen. Jen made a beautiful necklace to match her earrings, her Christmas holiday earrings that she's been making with vintage plastic, y'all.
What?
Those little red things on those earrings and the necklace that I haven't posted yet, vintage plastic, available in the online store and in store by the bagful, I think.
They look nice.
They look very nice. So it's vintage plastic mostly, and like pewty spacers and chain. She's doing an amazing job. I know. And she's adding some of them. She's adding some of the drop. Still super affordable, super amazing, beautiful. You can make a bunch of them for your holiday celebrations. Oh, Marion got a Samsung S22. Nice.
I don't know what that means.
I think if I were going to get an Android, it would probably be a Samsung.
Really?
Yeah, that's probably the best in class as far as it's concerned. Other than if you get one directly from Google, but some people don't like those as much as the Samsung. So I'd say that's probably a good choice. Not that you care, right? But Suzanne says, in general, how long do iPhones last? That is a quick and
depends who has
it. Yeah, that is a hard question to answer. Apple generally supports iPhone software for, I think they try to support it right now for at least 5 years. So you should get software updates for at least 4 to 5 years.
Then you just trade it in.
And by that time, yeah, your battery, if you haven't replaced your battery yet, it's probably about gone. Now, you can also get your battery replaced if you have Apple Care. It's pretty inexpensive, I think. I think it's like $69 if you have Apple Care on it.
Sometimes it's free.
It's free if it has decomposed naturally, weirdly. So if they say that your battery is losing power quicker than it should, they will replace it for free. But generally, they also allow you to pay monthly for Apple Care now instead of buying. You used to only be able to buy it for 2 years at a time. And then after 2 years was over, it was done. But now you can pay month to month, and you can do that for as long as you want to. So if you have your phone for 5 years, you can pay for your Apple Care for 5 years, and you can pay that cheap $69 fee or whatever under Apple Care to get your battery replaced or your screen replaced, whatever you need to do.
I love my new phone.
Andrew's in love with his phone.
It's kind of big, but it's not too bad.
Yeah, he has the 13 Pro Max. I have the 14 Pro. I love the smaller size in the phones just because it's more portable. And I have an iPad mini, so that's kind of my next size up. Although when I use Andrew's phone once in a while or just look at it, it is nice. But I don't know if I could keep that on me all day long. It's pretty big.
You get muscles in your thumbs.
Andrew had sore thumbs for a while he was trying to maneuver on his phone.
Because the screen's so big, it's like your thumb
You gotta
has to
stretch, do those thumb stretches to reach across, right?
Thumb calisthenics.
Hello, Sandra. Happy Friday to you too. Suzanne says, may not see the lives next week, jury duty, so I don't know my schedule. Well, we will miss you if they actually call you in. Have you done that thing? Like here, I know you have to call like the day before or something, and they tell you if you actually are going to be needed.
I think it's the day of.
The day of, maybe the morning of. So maybe you won't get in. Maybe you won't, you know. Suzanne says, okay, thanks. Yeah, an iPhone should last you at least 4 to 5 years. I generally try to replace mine every 2 or so because by that time the battery has degraded generally enough that it's hard to get through a day. And cameras improve because that's the only thing pretty much we use to take photos of our jewelry and our beads is my iPhone. So I like to.
It's a nice camera, but it's usually just more convenient.
Yeah, it's. They're making it easier to use bigger cameras. They kind of Wi-Fi directly to your computer and stuff now, but that's a whole different thing in figuring out lenses and all that. So for quick shots, it's easy just to use the iPhone, and the nicest camera we can get is, you know, the best. Let's see. Susan, hello all. Thank you for tuning in. June said, bought a new iPhone again. Mine lasts about 4 years. Yeah, that should be about right. 4 to 5, I think, is what they at least do software updates for. And make sure you're going to get software for at least 4 years. And then generally by that time, you know, you've probably cracked the screen a little bit or have some battery damage and stuff like that. So,
do you want to know who the winner is?
Who's the winner, Andrew?
Do they want to know?
Do y'all want to know?
Or not?
There was a winner yesterday that was going to win that glass bead that we showed at the end.
The mystery bead.
It wasn't really a mystery. We showed it.
I know, but I don't know who made it.
Yeah, the mystery maker bead. So do you want to know?
A bunch of those.
Andrew picked somebody to win.
The name starts with a M.
M.
There may be an A.
Maybe an A.
There may be an R.
Maybe an R.
There may be a Y.
And it sounds like somebody who watches all the time.
Maybe an A. Maybe an N. He was like, we know who it is.
I think we know who it is, Marianne.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Hopefully you like it.
You got the extra little bead. Susan said, I'd like to see how large the new phone is due to my wonky eyes. Yeah, my mom and my aunt always buy the big phones. My aunt pretty much carries hers around a lot of times in her purse and stuff, but my mom has one of those big folio wallet kind of things that she carries around and puts in her bag too. But
basically it's like a purse.
Yeah. But yeah, for eyes having issues, the big ones are nice because you can crank up even bigger the text if you want to. And so pretty much their phone is bigger, but they fit as much text as my smaller phone because they crank the text up, which helps a lot. Suzanne says, trust me, no one wants me on a jury. Right? That's what I always think too.
I think I'd be really good at it, but then I got in trouble once because this is, do you think that I think it was the claimant or defendant should be entitled to any kind of compensation, or if they should not get compensation? And then they said, And I was like, you mean they don't even get a Band-Aid? Not even they'll pay for the Band-Aid? And then they're like, please be silent. And I think all of us had to go because of me talking like that.
Oh boy. Susan says, same jury duty system here. I called the night before and was told my services weren't required and my jury duty was concluded. Yeah, and then you don't have to do it for like the next 2 or 3 years or something if they say no to you. Let's see here. Marion says, I guess it's me. Thanks so much. Yes, it is you. Janice says hello. Willow Tracy is here with us. Hello. Hello, local person. So yeah, we're going to look at some glass beads today. Please hit the share button. Please hit the share button. Now, we didn't give you discount prices on these. I mean, we did, but you're not getting an extra. We're not doing like the 24-hour thing today because we just cranked these prices way down per strand for you anyway. But we are going to do something. If you buy so many, you're going to get a free strand.
If you buy 5.
So if you buy 5 of any of these strands, we're going to throw in a free mystery strand for you. You don't get to pick. We can't do that.
You can tell us the color, maybe.
Maybe. But we're just going to throw in a free mystery one.
You're going to be like, if you happen to have an extra...
A blue.
Then maybe it will happen.
Right. We'll try our best. But these strands, there are not only one of each. Some of them there are. Some of them there are multiples. So I will be going through all the emails. I'm going to put the banner up right now so you all know. It's the same banner as the last few days. But to purchase from this video, take down each lot number, send it to us in an email at info@allegorygallery.com. I know a lot of people say, why do we have to email? Why can't we just message you? Or why can't we comment?
It's just nightmare time.
Because it's nightmare time.
We don't have comments sold, so...
No, we broadcast this on at least 3 different locations right now.
And they're different platforms.
Different platforms. So if you comment, once we close this video, like I can see all your comments over here on the side while this video is going. But once I close this video out and say we're done, I have to look in all of those different locations. If we hit the share button and we share it to somebody and they comment in their comments, we have to look in those locations to try to find it. And then to try to match those comments up by timestamps.
No.
No. Messages, same kind of thing. If you have a business page and an Instagram page tied together, maybe you know what I'm talking about, but messages disappear. I don't know why. I will see a notification for a message. I'll click on the notification. It'll take me to the messaging system. I can't find the message. It happens a lot.
Sometimes if you're not personal friends, it won't show up. If you don't like the business page, it won't show up. There's so many factors.
It's so bad. Because
they're trying to merge Instagram and Facebook and under the Meta thing. So they have this thing called Meta Business Suite. And I think they're still working out the kinks on that.
So we don't take messages because of that. We have a permanent away kind of message on which you may have noticed if you tried messaging us. It pops up a lot to tell you the best way to reach us is by email. Because sometimes we don't see them. Sometimes I see the notification and I literally cannot figure out.
It doesn't go directly to it.
It doesn't go directly to the message.
No, but
sometimes it doesn't even go directly to the business because we run multiple businesses, and I run businesses for my other business, for my brother's business. I help him sometimes. For other people in town, we run pages.
It'll switch your
account. And it'll switch accounts, and it won't take you to the right one. You don't know where the message is at.
Now, maybe 6 years ago, it used to be like if you clicked on it, if you got a notification, it went directly to it.
Because you had one business and one messenger inbox for that business. Now you have a suite that's combining it all.
Mm-hmm. And it's its own app too. So,
so you got to flip to a different app. You got to make sure you download that app. Mm-hmm. Flip to the different app.
And that it's updated.
Yeah, it's messy.
Just do the email.
So that's why we do the email. We have lots and lots of people who claim through email. It works. The worst thing that happens is it goes to spam. And I do check my spam folder when we're doing these lots because I know sometimes they do. And if they're in spam, they have to get put on the inbox so they get properly scheduled in timestamp order. But yeah, that's why we do email, everybody, because it's the easiest, you know?
Email's
tried
great.
And true, tested over decades. Email works.
We like email.
Let's see. Susan says, I thought it would be interesting. My lady was called numerous times when she lived in St. Louis City proper. She said she dealt with criminal cases, burglary, and unfortunately a child molestation crime.
I don't want that.
I know. I know it's our duty as citizens to be on a jury. But a lot of times it's hard because you don't agree with something. The one jury duty I was called for that I actually had to go in for, they told me, they said, it's already been decided the guilt or the innocence. You're just here to decide how much this person should or shouldn't get. And so it was really weird because if you didn't believe that she was innocent, because they told you the details, some of them, they couldn't tell you everything, which was another thing. If you didn't believe she was innocent, like it was hard. I know, like normally both lawyers have to sign off on them. I think that's how it works. And so I was like, I don't know if she should be getting what she's talking about wanting to get. So it was hard. Suzanne says, jury duty sucks. I've served 9 times.
Holy cow.
Holy moly. Marianne says, I've never been called for jury duty. 9 times.
I used to get called more in New York. And that you'd have to wait all day. And then they would tell you if you were picked or not.
Well, mine in New York, I did call in the morning and they said you are needed. And then you sat all day and waited for them to bring you in the little room to see if they'd question if they liked you or not.
Mm-hmm.
And they didn't like me.
Torture, but you got paid though.
You got paid like not New York prices though. You didn't get paid your New York salary.
No.
I think it was $50 for the day, which here might be okay. In New York, they got you like a coffee and a donut. But anyway, yeah. So they didn't pick me though. So I was okay. And then they said, you won't be called for the next 6 years, I think it was, in Kings County.
Because they have so many people.
They have so many people. That was just like, so I moved out before then.
But I got called like every year in New York. And I was like, what is happening? And it was like, do you think it's because they think I can tell who's guilty or not? My mother's gift.
Suzanne did 9 times no pay.
What?
I thought they had to pay
Orleans?
you. I thought they had to pay you for jury duty, at least something.
Maybe they don't have a budget.
Pay your parking ticket, right? That's crazy. That is crazy.
I'm really good at detecting who is... Like when we watch those murder mysteries.
Don't watch a murder mystery with Andrew. Unless you want to know who did it halfway through.
Earlier, usually. When we used to watch Castle, I could tell it within 5 minutes. Generally speaking, unless they brought somebody new that they didn't mention, like some of those, like Midsummer Murder. Sometimes they're like, "Oh," and then we called the cousin in, and the episode's almost over, and they did it.
Yeah, it's usually like the least shown person in the episode.
No, not with there's ways of telling.
There's ways. Suzanne said, "Only if they pick you do you get paid." See, I got paid no matter what, just for being there.
If you just show up.
If you show up, yeah. But we know if we have to show up or not. June says, I usually get eliminated because I was married to a cop. That's a way to get out of it, right? Suzanne says, that sounds great, Andrew. I'll watch a murder mystery with you. You both can figure it out early and be happy and joyful. I don't like to do that. I like to just watch it and see what happens.
Like, who doesn't like to be able... That's part of the fun of watching those shows is guessing who did it.
Susan says, my little mailer told us to bring books, iPads, etc.
We couldn't bring iPad.
St. Louis County, this pay rate is $18 per day. Outstate Missouri is $12.
What?
That's crazy.
That's not enough for the gas.
I know. I think we got $50 for the day in New York.
I think it's 20 here. I had to go to one in Greensburg.
Suzanne says, oh guys, Georgia says hello and to come visit.
How are you talking to her? Are you at her shop?
Don't know. Marion says, I am with Andrew on mysteries. Y'all like to ruin it for everyone else. That's just what it is.
I think it's also I have watched probably hundreds of mysteries. Probably I don't know thousands, but how many do you think?
I don't know.
If there's about 10 episodes,
Since we've been together,
probably thousands.
that I've gotten to know who did it first before I should know.
How do you mean before you should know? It's like that inner dialogue. Do you have a murder dar or not?
No, I don't. I like to
I
watch
do.
the story.
I have a murder dar. I can tell who done it.
Suzanne said, I saw her today. That's nice.
Oh, nice. I like her.
Janice says, I've only been called once and got out of it because my kids were little and my husband traveled at the time. I've never had a notice since. I hope I didn't just jinx myself and start getting calls now.
Knock on wood.
Sandra says, love mysteries. Susan says, I like to guess, but stay guessing. Sometimes I guess right. See, I like to kind of guess in my head in case I'm right and I don't ruin it for everyone around me. Andrew, he's just like, it's them. And it's because of this and this. And I'm like, you're right. May as well just shut it off now.
You don't remember anyways.
Just shut it down.
You don't remember anyways. He acts like he remembers this. He doesn't remember.
I remember him doing it a lot.
I know. He remembers that part. He doesn't remember. I remember. Boy, do I remember. I can tell you how many times if one actor comes on the screen, automatically it's them.
He's like, that's the bad guy. They can't play anybody but a bad guy.
Correct. Like that girl from the mom from The Witch. She's either a drug addict, a murderer, or whatever. The dad from there, also his voice, he can't get into any other jobs but that. That one dude he's kind of looked like a fish a little bit on Torchwood. He is always the bad guy. Always the bad guy.
Oh yeah, he is.
He starts off.
He was in Doctor Who too, right?
As a good guy, but he's always the bad guy.
I know who you're talking about now.
Always.
Fran says, hi, everyone. Hello, Fran. Thank you for joining us. Susan says, I guessed right on the movie we watched last Saturday. Nice.
What did you watch?
What movie did you watch? So, what else is going on, everybody? We had some ramen. Andrew made ramen today. He made
good ramen, not 25-cent ramen.
No, he made his own broth. I don't know how, but he made it in the Instapot, and it was delicious.
I think
very
it
rich,
too much.
Very rich. It could have been used for French onion soup, because French onion soup mostly is done with beef, and everyone I can never eat, even though it sounds vegetarian. It usually has beef stock, so we never get French onion soup anymore anywhere
unless we make it.
And it's like my favorite soup. So Andrew made. I'm like, you could make French onion, but then we used all the broth for ramen. So
no, we have more.
Oh, maybe he'll make me French onion soup.
Maybe. I'm done cooking tonight.
He says, I'm done. You gotta eat more ramen tonight if you're gonna eat anything else. We did eat early today. We ate at
don't eat
3 o'clock. Normally we eat at 10.
We'll
PM.
probably be hungry by the time. I was in the mood for pastries, yo.
I know. He kept asking me for pastry. I'm like, where do you? He's like, French patisserie. Like, where are we gonna get French patisserie? For one, it was 5 o'clock in the evening, and I was like,
morning. Was it?
No, you asked me why it was. Yeah, it was 4:30. I was getting ready to come home for the live.
There's a place. There's a couple places.
Got to go to Blairsville.
Yeah. Did they still have pastries in Latrobe?
I don't know.
He left.
He left. The French chef left. One of them. There are 2 French chefs, I think. One of them left.
He makes the pastries and then goes to the other job to make some more pastries.
I don't know, but he moved to Blairsville, which we do like that little bakery there too.
Yeah, they're good. That's a cute town.
It is. It could be cuter if more stores opened. Anybody want to start a store?
Now you're gonna go open where I go, We're gonna revitalize.
Janice says, yum would be perfect today as it's cold and dreary here.
It is so sunny and beautiful.
I know. I should have got out earlier to take pictures of these stones that y'all didn't buy. The ones that are left from Wednesday. I took the picture of the citrine and it glistens, y'all.
In the eyeball.
Susan watched Elevator to the Gallows, Louis Malle's first film.
I don't know that one.
June said, I had I had ramen, the 25-cent kind, for lunch. It was good. I doctored it up though. That's good. 25-cent kind is good, especially if you doctor it up. So yeah, we had good ramen.
We went to the Asian grocery store, so that's why we had it, because I got some fixins.
You got some noodles. And
we don't always get that.
No, but he made his own broth, not from the Asian food store.
I made some pickled vegetables too, if you noticed.
No, I didn't. That sounds delicious.
That was in the ramen.
I don't think I got any.
It was chopped up real fine.
I didn't notice then.
Oh wow.
Oh well, it made it all good, whatever it was. Very good. All right, y'all.
You didn't think it was burnt flavored?
No.
Sometimes I think I over caramelize.
Bitter like? I didn't taste any bitterness.
I try to counteract that bitter with it, but I try to make
Jean Moreau starred. The soundtrack is by Miles Davis. Completely mesmerizing. Might have to check that out. Marianne is eating a vegan galette. Pretty good. That's good. I don't know. I don't think I could give up cheeses and creams and those beautiful, beautiful dairy things.
You could if you had to.
If I had to, I guess. I will choose to not eat animals, but I will take the things the animals give us sometimes. So, what else is going on? Anything else?
We still have some kids from the global tour.
Yes, we're getting down low on them, but we still have a few. So if you did not get your TGBE what are they calling it? Midwinter market? Is that what we're calling it?
Our project doesn't have nothing to do with the midwinter.
No, but it's Midwinter Market TGBE 2022 kit is how it's listed in the online store, but it is the start of our global exploration kits. And
we're starting in Africa.
We're starting in Africa. So you can get that if you've not gotten it yet. It is toward the top of the online store. We've had some other things that have come up new since then.
We'll start shipping on Monday.
Start shipping on Monday.
Because I'm working on a surprise for him.
Suzanne said, my order shipped today. Nice. Yeah, Andrew has not gotten the kits all together. He's working on some extras for you all.
It's a surprise element.
So those will ship out around Monday or Wednesday, if she's caught up by then. But they will be ready to ship around Monday. So grab that kit if you want to start the Global Exploration Kit series. That's going to be January's. So grab that. We're going to Africa. Going to Africa virtually through beads. Susan says, you can substitute plant-based stuff and it's surprisingly delicious. Ben & Jerry's dairy treat flavors are stunning. I have not tried those yet.
Oh, I love a good sorbet.
Sorbets and stuff are good, yeah. But dairy treat flavors, I've not seen those.
You don't always get that kind of stuff around here.
No.
Like our sheets has 3 flavors of ice cream. And I'm like, how did they decide these 3?
It's always the same. It's the salted caramel core from Ben & Jerry's. It's the
chocolate one.
The double chocolate brownie and chocolate fudge. And it's
that gets stuck in my teeth.
And it's the half-baked. So those 3, that's in our sheets. But our Giant Eagle is pretty good. Our actual grocery store.
I like that Taliente business. Is that how you say that?
I don't know.
Y'all know what I'm talking about.
Sandra says, I'm sorting gold and silver tonight. What fun.
That sounds great.
Andrew, he likes to sort that stuff.
That sounds like a treasure.
I know. Susan says, look for the green lid. Okay, I have to check that out. So yeah, if you missed yesterday, we talked a little bit about how we are doing the Creative Zoom Make-Along on December 16th. So December 16th from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Eastern Time, we'll have the Creative Zoom Make-Along. That is hosted in the Allegory Gallery Design Challenges group. So if you're not in that group, join that group and get ready. We do broadcast the live Zoom call, Zoom meeting in that group as well and share it. So it's
only private shared though.
So it's if you want to, but the group's public. So that's the thing. But you're on camera hang out with us. It's fun anyway.
You don't have to go on camera either. You can just have your voice.
You don't have to, but it's more fun, I think, if we can see
Mhm.
each other. Because a lot of us don't actually get to see each other in person. Some of us don't even have profile photos that are people.
I know some of them I haven't seen you. You're my customers for 20 years. I only just now saw your face.
I know.
I said, "Oh my gosh, that's what you look
I
like."
know. So
And not in like a bad way, but like
it's
like,
just like, oh, because people that we see often and talk to often online, I come up in my head with what they look like or what I think they look like. And
Mhm.
sometimes, most of the time, it's not what they look like. So it's always good to see people and put faces with names. So if you are not afraid of being out there on video and hanging out with us, please join us. It'll be on Zoom. The link is already in the event. I made an event. So it's a little bit hidden because our group's public. Anybody could jump on the Zoom call, even if they're, not beaters. So we try and get around that by posting the link late, or posting the link, right at the time, but sometimes people don't catch it. So we put it in kind of buried in the event for this. I created an event and then buried the link in there. So you can get the link in there and you can get ready to join us on Zoom December 16th. And we're also starting our book club back up again, Inspired by Reading Book Club. So if you missed that information, we are putting a call out for books. I think only one person has recommended a book so far.
No, there's a couple.
Is there a couple now? So you can go in and on that post, please, in the Inspired by Reading group, comment on the post. Don't comment on the shares or anything like that, even though I don't know if I could share it because it's a private group. And that's because we had some teachers and people in the group who didn't want to be public. So we keep that group private, and it's fun. We read one book a month and we design something inspired by that book. It could be food, it could be clothes, of course it could be jewelry, it could be paintings. Somebody brewed a beer one year. It could be, what you make soap, you can do soap. Whatever you do, ceramics, metal, whatever you do, you can make something inspired by the books. So we're putting a call out right now for the 12 books of 2023. If you'd like to suggest something, please put it in there. We like fun things. We like fantasy things. We like things that create good inspiration. We don't want like negative inspiration. We don't want to be inspired by blood and guts necessarily or anything like that.
We've had a couple of those though.
We've had a couple, but it's always good to have a nice, joyful read, right?
You don't have to be joyful. You can be blood and guts. But as long as it's inspiring, like beautifully written.
Inspired to be a cannibal. There you go.
We don't have that yet.
So we have the Inspired by Reading call out for books. And please do be sure if you suggest a book that it's easily found for people. Sometimes people suggest really awesome sounding books, but they're like old and rare and you can't get them unless you pay like $600 for a copy.
Yeah, we were gonna read this one, but it was out of print, and people complained.
Sounded really good.
So hard.
But yeah, so we try to make sure it's available on Audible for those of you who like audiobooks, and also available on Amazon. And we do also try to search lists there's a list for small bookstores, for privately owned small business bookstores.
You can also request it from your small bookstore usually.
Yeah.
Because we do our list a year out. So, I mean, January is kind of hard because you get the list and that's right then. But generally speaking, you'll get that list in advance. So you can ask.
Yeah. Other than January, you'll have the list.
Yeah, we're going to try to finalize that towards the end of December. Maybe middle if we can get it together. But if nobody suggests it, it's gonna be on my picks.
All Andrew's picks,
and
we'll do it. He's not afraid. He's not afraid. He's not afraid. But it's really fun because sometimes even the authors hang out on Twitter with us, or chat with us.
And
maybe not Twitter anymore, but they used to hang out there when authors hung out on Twitter. But sometimes they hang out and and get involved a little bit, which is really cool. So That's fun. Janice says, I tend to eat more like a vegetarian, but my husband wouldn't survive. I have a gluten allergy, which makes things a little tricky, and thankfully my husband is good about dealing with that. I can't force him to give up his bacon and also gluten. Yeah. Yeah, I get it. I thought I had a gluten allergy when I was getting
So it's
hives.
hard.
That was hard. And we are, in an age where it's easier. I can't imagine what it was like years ago. So it was easier, but it was still difficult.
Basically, you never eat out ever again because
Yeah, it was very difficult to eat out
like
around
Cynthia,
here.
she has food allergies and it's harder. We have to make a lot of food.
Yeah, she has some pretty severe stuff though. Like nothing can be reheated
Or brown.
or browned. Can't be even the least bit
It's
brown.
kind of fun though. It's like a challenge, like chop.
Chop challenge.
It's like don't add any flavor to the food, but make it good.
Yeah, because even some things, even some spices and stuff are hard.
If the tomatoes are too red.
Yeah, 2 red tomatoes. She has to have yellow tomatoes. It's interesting. But she's doing well.
She's still
with
alive.
it. She's still alive. She makes lots of interesting salads. Her salads are amazing.
Yeah, those are good.
So makes big. No, and this is not like a dinner salad. It's like fully packed salad of stuff.
Mm-hmm. You don't end up hungry after.
No.
Sometimes we went over. I'm not gonna even tell it. I'm not gonna tell it because it's a shameful story.
You shaming yourself, or then don't shame someone else. Susan says, I need to add my suggestion to the list. Marianne says, just surprise me.
For the books.
For the books. Janice says, it's definitely a lot easier now as far as gluten intolerance. Thankfully, I'm not celiac, which would be very hard. Teresa's been a vegetarian for 40 years.
Do you have a lot of vegetarians in our group?
We do. People who care about the animals. Or just because it's dietary restrictions. I don't know.
I like to poop. That's why.
It keeps Andrew more regular.
Otherwise, I felt so heavy. Like it would just sit in my stomach for years.
They do say that meat takes a long time to digest compared to everything else. But boy, last night? I was like, I think I was dreaming. I think it was a dream. I think I was dreaming about meat, eating meat. Because somebody was cooking meat. And it was...
It's probably me making the stock.
Maybe. I don't know. But I was dreaming about fish and how much I wanted some salmon. And I think it was fried chicken. Somebody was making fried chicken and they were just breaking it open and peeling it. And I was like, oh, I could bite down into that. Oh, and I know what probably started it. There was a show I was watching and they had ham. And
what kind of ham?
Like the Christmas ham.
That is not
that salty, just cut a slice off and eat it. Ham.
Yeah,
That's
I've had too many bad times with that.
I've had only good times with that.
You get that one piece that's got like some kind of gristle in it. That is not a good time.
There's enough to cut another piece off. So that got me started, and then I started dreaming about meat. And it'd be like, it wouldn't be so bad, I was telling myself, if I just ate one chicken.
He'd be crying.
If I just ate one chicken.
Yeah, I'm like, yum, chicken.
I don't know. Sometimes. But then I start wondering, like, am I dreaming because my body's trying to tell me, like, I need more protein or more iron?
Probably.
Then I'm like, ooh, maybe I need to look into that. But I've also been putting iodine on me, which I think has been giving me some weird dreams. Maybe. I don't know. But you put iodine on to make sure you have enough iodine. And my body's been soaking that up like crazy. So I think I'm a little iodine deficient.
I think I'm chocolate deficient.
There's chocolate and patisserie deficient.
Patisserie deficient.
Hello, Carmen. Thanks for joining in. Marianne says omnivore here. Susan said, I had recent dreams about strawberry ice cream.
That sounds good.
That does sound pretty good.
Oh my gosh. I had these strawberries from the Hamptons. And they were, I don't know how, but they were slightly salty. I don't know how you get a salty strawberry, but it was so good. I felt like, you know how somebody had like boiled all the flavors down and they weren't big either. They were little strawberries and they were so good. And I don't know how they got that good. It's like, you be injecting stuff in this? Like, what?
Susie says, docs tell me that I should investigate plant-based, but I'm not ready. Yeah, it's not, you know, I thought it would be harder for me because I did love steak. Steak and fish, my two big things. But I obviously still dream of them, but it's I don't really crave them too much anymore. So he says, soak the ham in milk, it will cut the salt. But I like the salt. I like the salty ham. It was like a treat. I just put it in the refrigerator and cut slices off cold and eat it.
Maybe if it's prosciutto.
No, it can just be ham. It's good. It's good.
That's not tempting me.
That's why I always got it to myself, everybody.
My
old boss would give us either a turkey or a ham for Christmas. I always got the ham. Always. Because I got to eat it by myself.
Another one.
And I'd eat a whole ham. And this was like deboned. It was like, you know, one of the, you know, already deboned, no gristle hams. And you just slice it off and eat it.
No, honey baked ham.
Sometimes they were honey baked hams.
That one, they used to have it in Florida. It was like a treat to get that.
Jenna says, I've gotten my husband to throw veggies on the smoker when he barbecues. Squash is my favorite. Nice.
I like mushrooms on the smoker.
Yeah. Sandra says, you're making me hungry. I'm making me hungry, and I just ate.
Wow. We didn't just eat, but
like 2 hours ago. That's kind of just eating. Susie says, love me a honey baked ham. Good times.
Yeah, I've yet to get like a perfect recipe. You know, our sister-in-law, I guess that's how I call her, she made this stuff with walnuts, and it was pretty good.
What stuff?
Like meatballs with walnuts.
That was my grandmother's recipe.
Walnuts and mushrooms.
Yeah, my grandmother, on my dad's side, they were vegetarian as a family for a number of years. And so she had some really good vegetarian fake meat kind of things. And even though they weren't quite like meat, they were a little bit meaty, but they also were very good on their own. So and I forgot actually about them until she made them again. So I have to get the recipe from her because she obviously has that recipe.
We have we actually have 2 Christmas parties tomorrow. Or holiday parties, and I'm debating whether I make something that's like American food or if I make Filipino food, because I am not gonna go and make all this Filipino food if nobody's gonna eat it, and they just gonna finger it and make it.
Well, the last time they had food, not a lot of people ate a ton anyway, because I feel like a lot of people took food back home.
Which one?
When we had the meeting there
with Tanya.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, nobody ate. I was all like,
yeah, it was like people were taking plates, but they were like little tiny plates of food. So
I was thinking about making babinka, but if we do that, we're only gonna have to go to Walmart. I have to make 2 because we're going to a 2 party, and we have to make our holiday ornaments that we're going to do an exchange.
I just found out about the holiday ornaments today. I don't know what I'm going to make. What am I going to make, everybody?
One of our friends, they're like, I can't go because I didn't make anything. I said, just ball up some wire. Big ball of wire.
That's the one we're going to get.
It would be artistic.
Andrew's making me do one, so we get 2 in exchange. And I said, we're going to get a ball of wire is what we're going to get.
That's fine.
But I do have one I have a polymer clay one I already made.
It's a metals club. You have to do metal.
Oh, do I? It has a metal top. Suzanne says, I like barbecued pineapple. That sounds delicious.
Yeah, I saw this
pineapple
recipe.
Anything.
They were doing
really.
Bacon made out of pineapples. And I was like, I don't know about that, but it could be good. It looked chewy as all get out there. I could tell. Do you ever look at a picture or a video and you can just feel that getting stuck up in your teeth?
It's true.
I was watching that Instagram and we were looking at that pineapple bacon and I felt that get stuck up in every single molar.
So it says, I woke up screaming last night because I dreamed about a rat in our upstairs commode. I jumped on the toilet and screamed for Richard. That's not great. Not great.
That's nightmare time.
At least you didn't sit on it first, right? Susie says the bones from the ham make amazing black bean soup.
Yeah, I know.
Not anymore. Not for us.
Yeah, that's called flavor.
Susie says, I'll eat the Filipino food. Marianne says, I would eat some Filipino food. Janice says, sounds like you'll be busy tomorrow. Yeah, we're going to be busy.
Mm-hmm. I don't know how we're going to get there in time.
No, because I got to be at the store.
We'll have to close.
Maybe just Andrew will go. I'll stay home with the cats.
You tripping.
You saw his face.
If I have to drive after that too, I would stay up all night baking and then drive the next day.
Great.
I just not go. Oh well.
Oh well, just another meeting we missed. One of many. One of many. All right, let's flip this camera around. Look at some glass beads finally. How about it? I don't know how we find something to talk about every day. It's like something different every day.
Because we're not boring, William.
Aren't we?
I'm not. You speak for yourself. Damn. He called me boring, y'all.
Aren't we boring a little bit?
He heard it. You all heard it. Domestic violence.
Domestic violence. Oh, mercy. Here's our penny, everybody. Here's our penny.
So just call me boring.
Okay. So remember, if you buy 5 strands or more, you get a free strand, a mystery free strand. You can try and say what color you would prefer. But if we have it, we have it. If we don't, we don't.
For every 5, you get a free one.
Every 5?
Yeah, sure.
Boy, he's giving away the store. So for every 5, I was just going to do 5 or more. You got 1 free one. Andrew says for every 5. So if you buy 10, you get 2 free strands. Teresa says, you two are a comedy act. Fran says, no, y'all ain't boring. Marianne says, we do talk about food a lot, right? It's food hour.
Even less when Cynthia's not here. When Cynthia's here, that's all we do is plan our next meal.
Because she eats more meals than we do generally. So
she eats 3 or 4 times a day.
Like normal people.
And we eat 1 time a day.
And so all we do is sit at the kitchen table. We finish one meal.
And then start planning
the next meal.
It's true.
It is true. And then we go on a Walmart run or a grocery store run and we pick up the stuff for that meal. And then we say, oh, we should have gotten this. So we go on another grocery run after that meal for the next meal. It's like a lot of running back and forth for things.
Get your steps in.
Yeah, we do. I'm getting a little chilly. Getting a little chilly in here. Got to start the fire. All right. Lot R. These are R lots. Lot R1. You're going to see a lot of $8 because all of these next upcoming strands, but the last few are $8. So these are the foil glass. And these are a beautiful winter wonderland.
Let me tell them something.
Oh, tell them something.
All right, y'all.
I'm going to get my sweater while he tells me something.
These are vintage beads. This is not new. It's vintage. So what that generally means is sometimes you need to give it a little extra love. And by what that means is that sometimes there's a little bit of extra bead release in them. And if there is, some of them we've washed, some of them we haven't. If there's extra bead release in it, all you have to do is get warm soapy water and it dissolves out.
That's in the hole, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you don't know how these are made, they have a stick and it's called a mandrel. And it's basically a piece of steel wire. And then they dunk that in this clay-like substance. And then they put the glass. This is a very old Venetian technique, how to make these. These are not Venetian beads. They're from India. And they're probably from the early 90s. And I don't want to say that's vintage, but it's technically vintage. So, whatever, y'all.
Technically antique.
It's not antique, William. So, if you get something that has a little bit of bead release, or back in the day, they used to tell people to soak their beads in vinegar to make you can thank Eloise for that business. And so sometimes the beads will have a slight tang smell to them. All you have to do is get the warm water, warm soapy water, and wash it out. The foil is not going to go anywhere. It's embedded in the glass.
So this is a beautiful Winter Wonderland white, and with a silver foil, clear with a silver foil actually. Lot R1, $8 only per strand. You can order multiple strands if we have them. If you'd like multiples, just put R1 times 3, for example. And if we have them, we'll do it. We will go up to what we have for you. All right. R1, $8.
How do they claim it? Tell them again.
You claim it by following the directions going on the ticker tape down below. To purchase from this video, take down each lot number and send it to us in an email at info@allegorygallery.com. Lot R2, for those of you who like or are getting used to pink, here's a beautiful pink foil. These are rectangles and they have these little ridges.
These ones be AB finish.
AB finish in addition to the pink and the foil. This is lot R2. These are large strands. These are full-size strands. And if you want to know, here, wait, I missed R1. R1 was about 8 millimeters. R2,
B2.
huh? R2D2. R2 is about 11 by 19 approximately. And they're a little bit less wide here, so they're about 6 this way.
We start watching that Wednesday. That's pretty good.
Yeah, we started watching Wednesday. I forgot about that. I wanted to watch that for a long time now. We finally started watching it last night.
Boy, it's better than Willow.
He cannot get over how bad Willow was.
Oh my god. That hurt me. That little kid, that little brown little Filipino boy, he's crying in the inside of me.
By how bad?
He said, "How could you do this to me?" Ron Howard. Opie, what the hell?
What the hell? R3, lot R3 is the green Indian foil glass. $8 per strand. These are discounted prices already. These normally run about $12 to $14 at least per strand. So we are at $8 now for most of these. Ooh, what's Andrew doing? Finding more?
Don't worry about it.
Finding more?
Focus on your
Maybe
own
finding the
job.
prizes. Focus on your own job. So this is R3 green foil. Let me get you the size. These are approximately 6.8 millimeters. 6.8 millimeter.
If we had a line of just whimsical stuff, what do you think we should call it? Maybe Age of Fantasy?
I don't know about that.
Welcome to the Age of Fantasy.
Genesis, I love Wednesday. I may have binged that show last week.
It's pretty good.
I know. I think
So
it's pretty
far.
good. So far, it's so good. Lot R4, $8. R4. These are the larger, I call them Winter Wonderland beads. These are about 10 millimeter. The first ones were about 8 millimeter. That was R1 that I showed you. R4, 10 millimeter Indian glass foil beads.
What they said.
No one's saying anything.
They're busy claiming.
They're hopefully busy claiming. Hopefully you like these and you've not gone to look at something else on the internet.
They're like,
This is all we're going to look at today? No, I love these.
What if we
I
gotta
love
give
foil
them a
beads.
prize?
We are giving them a prize. For every 5 they buy, they get a free one.
How about for sharing them?
Oh, he's going to do another sharing prize?
I like it. I like a prize. Who doesn't like a prize?
Do y'all want another prize in addition to the 5 get one free prize?
Or do you not want a prize?
Does nobody want a prize?
If you didn't watch it, then you don't get a say, huh?
So, okay, Andrew wants to do a prize. So if you hit share publicly so we can see
Here,
it.
I pick a fancy one. This you
Oh,
cannot buy.
he's
This
gonna-
last one of them.
Okay, so let me clear this. This one's R5. Let me give you the dimensions and then we'll talk about the prize. So this is about 11.4 by approximately 14.2 millimeters.
Take your time showing it.
Take your time showing it. So
I
these
gotta get this out this.
are like a little barrel bead. Beautiful pink. I don't know if it's coming across less pink on my screen, as most pinks do, but it's pretty pink. Cynthia, there's Cynthia. I'm so tired. I have you guys playing on the TV, so I can't comment. I was wondering where you were.
My sister.
She's tired today.
I thought about coming and visiting you all this weekend, but we got them holiday parties, so. Hey, are you going to Mom and Dad's for Christmas? Around Christmas? Sheila's going. Are you going?
Cynthia's going to have a live on Sunday, too. I saw. I believe.
Let us know if you're going for Christmas, and maybe I'll make $10 go on the plane.
Okay, everybody.
This the prize, y'all.
Marianne says a prize is always nice, says the winner of the last prize. So here, y'all, you can't buy this. This is just, this is a prize. It is the gold and silver foil with a blue core with a clear glass.
I get in the Caribbean vibes off that one.
Cynthia says, yes, we are going to Florida.
Oh, really? Are you going? 19 to 23?
When are y'all going? Okay, in order to win this,
message me so you don't tell it.
in order to win this prize, you just have to share this. You don't have to make a purchase today. If you share this, we will be choosing one person who shares it and comments shared in the comments so we can check up on it. You do have to share it publicly because if it's private, we can't see it. So make sure your post, if you're on Facebook, that you're changing that post to public. Let's see here. Teresa shared, Suzanne shared, Marianne shared, of course. Susan says Ukrainian colors. Partially, yeah, kind of. Those yellows and blues. It's not quite the same yellows and blues in person.
Close.
It's close. All right.
Maybe I'll go after Tucson because I'm pretty stressed about getting ready for Tucson.
Yeah, I don't know.
The house is too full when we all go.
So there's the prize you can win. I'll set this aside and I'll show it again at the end. What one were we on? R6. Back to lots. Lot R6. Blue foil glass. This is Indian foil glass. Vintage / antique. Andrew doesn't want to be called antique.
You antique.
There isn't much of a difference. Oh.
Look what you
See what you got for opening your sass hole?
Look what you did.
See what you got? Oh, see, it's happening more. These ones are approximately 10.5 millimeters.
And you're stealing my words, too.
By 14 millimeters.
Sasshole's my word, Billion.
It's so good. Everyone's using it now.
Who's everyone? I'm not everyone.
Everyone's going to use sasshole.
Nah.
Cynthia's using it already.
Nah.
Lot R6, $8 for the blue. Lot R7. Yellow. Nice and bright yellow. Now these blue and yellow, these two together, those are some Ukrainian colors right there.
Hey, did you see the Time Person of the Year?
Who?
There's the president.
Oh, good.
The Ukrainian president.
He deserves it.
And then the Icon of the Year, you know who that is.
Who's that?
My favorite, Michelle Yu.
Oh.
You know that's my favorite.
Mm-hmm.
One of my favorites.
One of your favorites.
The best part of the Discovery, then she's not on the show anymore. I said, you might as well just turn this off. Who's going to replace her? So Captain Philippa Giorgio. Where's she at?
Where's she at? So this is 10 millimeter by approximately, let's grab one of these, by approximately, whoa. Stop it. There we go, 14. 10 by 14 approximately. R7, $8 only per strand. Good deals on these, everybody. Good deals. Foil glass for $8 a strand.
Yeah, you can't even probably find it now.
Lot
Maybe you
R8.
Probably not.
Here's another pink. This time it's not wavy. This is like a pink brick of glass. Not like, it actually is. This is about 12 millimeter by 23.5 millimeter by 6.5 millimeter. Full strand of that. R8, pink foil glass, has the foil center, the clear outsides. Looks like nice rose quartz.
Maybe we should go see them though, because my
Hey.
other sister, probably thinks we forgot about her. She don't feel neglected.
Oh, well, we'll see. Lot. That's the same thing.
Is it? Oh, swap it for that green one.
Yeah, let's swap that.
What? Becca, air with a spare?
Whoa, lot R9. R9, green, minty green. That's some winter mint right there. Green foil glass. And sometimes these, you'll see this looks like it's bumpy glass. These are smooth on the outside. It's the inside that looks like that.
They make this, it's like a sheet of, so what they do is they take a sheet and then they fume, which is they superheat this metal, and then the metal becomes a vapor and it sticks to the glass, and then they roll that on top, and that's how they get that kind of foil. Or they have sheets of foil and they roll the hot glass in the foil.
Yeah, like this one, you can, this prize here, you can kind of see the sheets. Corners of the sheets that they rolled it in.
You have to be careful because if you get it too hot, it burns it out and it looks like it's dirty.
Nobody wants dirty beads.
Some people do.
I guess.
I watched that 50 Shades of Grey meme and I said, oh my word.
Lot R9, $8. Ooh, these are nice. Lot R10.
For $8.
For $8, these Gigundo coins. These are approximately 20 millimeters by around 10 this way, if you need to know. Lot R10, $8 for these giant coins. Anybody like any of this so far? Or are you all like, why are we doing this today? Too nice to leave us. Lot R11. Suzanne says yes. Susan says, I'm having trouble choosing. Buy 5, get 1 free, y'all, if you're just tuning in. If you buy 5 strands, you get 1 free. If you buy 10 strands, you get 2 free. If you buy 15 strands, you get 3 free.
Buy 20 strands.
You get 4 free.
Buy 80 strands.
You get, I don't know.
20 strands. No. 80 divided by 5.
Which is?
Strands.
Huh? He did it to himself. He doesn't know. Look at that. Beautiful burgundy color. These are approximately 10 and a half or so.
I don't think we have 80 strands.
By 13. So there you go.
Does anybody have any fun holiday plans?
Lot R11, $8. And remember, we do have multiples of some of these. So if you want more than one, when you send us the email, just say, like, for example, R11 times 2, and we'll know you want 2. Anybody have holiday plans? Andrew's asking. Anything already lined up yet?
Some people plan in advance.
Suzanne says avoiding relatives.
Oh.
Sometimes you have to, right?
Ooh.
Lot R12. Lot R12. $8. $8. About 10.4 millimeters around. Little rounds in yellow. Yellow foil beads from India, vintage. $8 a strand only. Really good prices on these. No discounts in addition to that. They're too good already. Yeah, we already did the markdown for y'all. Lot R12, $8. Marianne is sleeping, eating, and sleeping some more for the holidays. That does sound good. I could use a long sleep. I slept pretty long today. Barnaby woke me up, kissing me.
What the hell?
He says, woke me up kissing me. That's how he wakes me up nowadays. Gently kisses my hand.
That's cute.
That's the words for time to eat. More like
Said, get the hell up.
Yeah, she'd say, get up. And then she'd touch my mouth with her hand.
Mm-hmm. And if you ignored it, gently she'd take a little bit of claw.
A little bit of claw.
A little bit of the claw.
Just a little bit first.
So you know she means business.
Yeah, she liked to eat in the morning. Barnaby, he wakes me up.
She has a schedule. Of all of our cats, she liked to have a schedule.
Yeah, she did. Yeah, Barnaby will sleep with me mostly until I wake up right now. But then he starts getting a little bit, because he doesn't want to eat. He like ignores the food. He wants to go outside. He kisses me on the hand to get me to take him outside.
It was so beautiful today.
It was. They got to go out a little bit. 10 millimeters approximately, 10 millimeter rounds for these burgundy beautiful rounds. Lot R13. Oh, I like this color, I think, the most. Next. R14
Fire
is the fire color. This bright reddy orange, orangey red, more like reddy orange, maybe. It's more orange, I'd say. R14.
It's glowing at me.
I know. These glow. Glow. That inner core is nice, that foil core. These are approximately 10 by 14 as well. 10 by 14. R14, $8 a strand. Vintage Indian foil glass. R15 is up next, and this is a delightful strand. This little twisty pink foil. I love these. They look like little leaves. In pink.
For Christmas. I know one was a turntable.
These are about 18.5 by, ooh, these are big. 18.5 by about 25.5. Yeah, what are y'all asking for the holidays? What gifts? I want a turntable. I want a turntable.
Indian glass.
So that I don't ruin my records anymore. That's my goal. Turntable with speakers.
You didn't make enough, so you get a picture of it.
I know, we didn't make enough. We didn't make enough when they were on Black Friday sale, so they're more expensive even now. R15, $8. But Andrew already got his. He signed up for like 18 classes next year.
I didn't get it yet. I may get a free one.
That would be good.
So then I'll get another class.
So he's already got his classes lined up. And I just get a picture of a turntable, everybody. Oh.
Who's the favorite?
Suzanne says, a red knit hat. That's nice.
I think he gave me one of that.
Next up, R16.
She used Malabrigo.
Marianne says, a new phone and earbuds. Oh, wait, I already got those. See, you're all taken care of for the holidays then. 6mm approximately. R16, beautiful blue. Susan says, books and music. That sounds like fun. We were going to go to the bookstore today. Andrew teased me with it, and then we didn't get to go.
We waited for long.
See? He teases me like that sometimes.
Dude, we could have gone. You stayed in the bed.
I wasn't in the bed. I was awake. But I didn't know you were actually. I mean, he says he was going to go by himself, he told me. He said I wasn't allowed to go. See, the truth comes out, everybody. He wanted to have an adventure by himself at the bookstore of all places where they have books and music. It's not fair.
See ya. I'll go right now. Oh.
Oh, you got things to cook and make.
Nah.
R16. He says we'll just buy the cookies. That sounds good to me. That's what most people are probably going to do. R16, $8 a strand. Blue, light blue foil glass from India, vintage. Janice is not asking for anything except good health for my family, friends, and fur babies. That's good.
That's not fun.
That's not fun, Andrew says. Oh my. Andrew likes to get gifts.
That's my love language.
That is your love language?
Gifts and acts of service, and
how many other love languages do you got?
Sometimes you're allowed to have more than one, William. His is words of affirmation.
And gifts.
Said, you picked the wrong one.
Right? Words of affirmation and gifts.
Gifts? You don't like gifts?
See, he says I don't, but he doesn't get them for me.
Uh-huh. I get him stuff he doesn't care.
Oh. Janice says, I'm not a fun person. Oh. Andrew, making other people feel bad about themselves, too.
Oh, well, that's my gift.
That's your gift.
Words of sasshole.
Words of sasshole. So here are yellow. Did I measure these? I don't think I measured these yet. I think these are 6 as well. No, these are 8. 8.5 millimeters. Yellow R17 is the lot.
You know, I like to get stuff.
Me
People,
too.
They don't like to get stuff. And they're like, I never know what to buy you. I said, I list it in advance. I tell you in advance too.
Here's this color everyone's loving, this burgundy color in 8 millimeters. We had it recently. I can get this 10 right. 10 millimeters. This is the 8 millimeter version. R18, $8. Marianne says love languages can definitely be more than one. See, I'm allowed to have more than one too, Andrew.
Mm-hmm. You're doing great.
Jenna says, thanks for the laughs today. How did you know I needed it? Susan says, I love that term, sasshole. See, I told you it's going to catch on. It's not going to be yours anymore, Andrew. Everybody's going to start using it.
Nah.
Sasshole.
We thought Who's Ready would catch on. That didn't catch on.
You better make a sticker that says sasshole.
So nobody says it.
R18, $8.
That program down.
R19
Bingo.
are these blue. These are 7.5 millimeters. 7.5 millimeter R19 in this brilliant blue. Marianne says, I prefer pie hole. I want to put some pie in my pie hole.
That's somebody else's words, though.
Beautiful blue foil glass, vintage foil glass from India, 7.5 millimeter.
Did y'all watch that Pushin' Daisies? The name of the restaurant they work at is called Pie Hole. My friend Jenny, she wanted to have a thing called her restaurant called Pie Hole. And I said, I think that's already taken. If I had a bakery, it would be called Sassy's Cake and Pie.
Sassy's Cake and Pie.
And then have a picture of Babette massaging the dough.
Babette was sassy.
Yeah, she does.
This is 10.6 millimeter by about 13.3 millimeters. This is that beautiful clear with the silver foil, nice wintry white to use in your designs for the winter. Lot R20, $8 each. All right. Now we're going to get to R21. These are going to see a drop in price, everybody. I told you the last few are different. I didn't tell you they were actually lower in price. You thought we were going to go up in price, didn't you? Lot R21, let's see if I can get this, is these. These are not the foil. These are vintage glass. And these ones are slightly purple. Yes, sorry, I had to hold them up in the light. These are slightly purple. They look kind of brown maybe on screen or black, but they do have a purple glow to them. They're R21. They're only $5 a strand, and they are approximately 15 millimeter, 14.7. And on this side, if you want to know, about 6. All right, so that's R21. $5 only a strand. Isn't that a deal? These also count toward the buy 5, get 1 free. So there you go. That's lot R21. We're going to move to lot R22, which is $5 as well. And are these little beauties?
Is anybody going to Tucson?
Who's going to Tucson? Anybody out there? I think we asked this before, and some of y'all were. Y'all going to Tucson? What's going on?
I need to make some money to go.
Yeah, you do. Look at these. They glow so good. About 10 millimeters. R22. They're a beautiful kind of pinky gray, I'd say. R22, $5. Boy, $5 for a full strand of beautiful glass. R23. Let's see if I have what I do. R23. Yellow. It's a muted yellow. Beautiful yellow. R23, $5. Remember, we do have multiples of some of these, so if you want, for example, 2 of these, when you send us that email, like this is saying, take down the lot numbers, send us an email at info@allegorygallery.com. R23 times 2 is all you need to do. And that'll let us know that you want 2 of these if we have them available to you. And this one is just about 10 millimeters as well.
Anybody going?
No one's saying they're going to Tucson. Maybe they're all just looking at the beads right now.
Maybe mind your business.
Lot R24. Boy, my hands are getting dried out. This winter. R24 are these nuggets. This one has 1 blue nugget in it. These are mostly black nuggets. I'm going to hold them up to the light. Yeah, they're mostly black nuggets. They're like a shorty strand, but they're these beautiful kind of simple cut nuggets. R24, $5 a strand, glass nuggets. Generally, I can only give you a generally in this size is about 12 or so millimeters. Let me show you one strand, kind of. There we go. But we do have a number of these, as you can see. So if you like those.
Do they like on those mixed bone lots that we used to sell, or do they not like that?
The mixed bone lots?
Yeah.
I don't know. Did y'all like the mixed bone lots we used to sell? I think Suzanne liked those.
I know some of the people don't like a bone.
R25. R25 are these little coins. Suzanne says yes. R25. These are about 10 millimeter by about 5 millimeter. Marianne liked the bone. R25, $5. These are a shiny black coin. All right, and the last lot tonight, R26. R26, $5 for these glass daggers. And there's also little rounds in there. They separate them, so you get those too. And I can give you a general length on these. Let me just pick one. They are about 27.3, so about 27 millimeters. Some are smaller, some might be a little longer. And as far as width-wise, about 5 at the widest point, 5.5 or so, average, we'll say. So R26, $5. Now remember, everybody, if you buy 5 strands of any of these, you get 1 free. If you buy 10 strands, you get 2 free. If you buy 20 strands, you get 4 free. And the list goes on. For each batch of 5 you purchase, you get a free mystery strand. You can clue us in on what color you would prefer, but we cannot promise. It just depends what we have available. All right, and also, lastly, now that you've all watched this live and got your choices in, hit that share button. If you hit that share button, somebody who shares it and tells us in the comments that they share it, we are going to include this strand with either your package if you purchase something, or just send it to you if you didn't purchase anything. You don't have to purchase to win the shared giveaway. All right.
We're trying to get as many shares as possible.
Yeah, we're trying to get lots and lots of shares out there. So hit the share button, tell us you shared. Make sure you share publicly so we can check on that share. Because if not, it just tells us other people have shared, but you can't see it.
Yeah, that happened to me the other day.
So make sure it's a public share. If you're on Facebook, change that post to public. You can change it in your audience. You can just drop down that little thing that looks like 2 little heads, I think is what it looks like for friends. Turn it to a globe and share it worldwide. All right. So there you go. That's the day today. Let me just flip the camera around real quick. And we'll say good night, everybody. Good night, Moon. Was it last night?
Mm-hmm.
So that's it. I hope you liked that. Did you like that, everybody? The numbers are just dropping drastically. So must have watched it and you're out of here. So they got other things to do. So thank you for watching. We have to go cook some stuff and make some stuff and get ready for 2 events tomorrow. So thank you all for tuning in. And again, if you need anything, you know, we are a fully stocked bead store. So if you want to include anything with your purchases, like you need some Softlex, or you need some crimp tubes, or you need some head pins, we can include that with your order. So especially with these invoices, it's super easy. All right.
Just let us know.
Just send us that in an email as well, and we'll pull them from the store floor. And if we need to check them with you, we'll send you a picture or whatever, and we'll include them with your order. All right. So thank you so much. And we hope that you have a wonderful, wonderful evening. Please hit that share button. We will be pulling the winner for the share prize, which is this one, in a little while. Probably later tonight. We'll give a few rewatchers the chance to also share the video. And then we will pull that winner and talk about it on Monday. All right. Thank you all so very much. Have a beautiful weekend and enjoy your time with loved ones, and just, you know, relax. Relax a little bit.
They are our loved ones.
Huh?
They are our loved ones.
I know. We won't see you, so you have to enjoy time with your other loved ones.
Maybe we'll do a make it work video or whatever it's called.
A work with us?
Yeah, maybe.
A work with us? Maybe we'll do that. Also, reminder, I believe she's still doing it. Cynthia is going to go live at 7 p.m. Eastern time on Sunday at Green Girl Studios. So be sure you're on the Green Girl Studios Facebook page. I don't think they're going live on their YouTube and stuff yet. So be on the Facebook page, 7 p.m. Eastern time on Sunday. They usually send out an email about that too. So if you're not on their email list, go to their website and sign up for their email list at greengirlstudios.com so you know when they go live, because she always does great presentations and demonstrations of amazing things. So
she said I'd give too much stuff away. I says, what's your video called?
giving stuff away, giving technique away. So be sure to watch her, and maybe Azalea often chimes in too. Azalea recently had her Instagram stolen.
And her Facebook.
And her Facebook.
She started over.
She had to start completely over because her Instagram, she got hacked, and I think it was a friend. Somebody cloned a friend of hers account and asked for her phone number. And she gave it. And as soon as you give your phone number, you can hack into some of the accounts sometimes. So unfortunately, that happened to her. So if you were following Azalea on Instagram, please find her under Azalea Bell Ogden. And
That's her middle name.
That's her middle name, Azalea Bell, Belle, Ogden. And follow her on Instagram there instead. Do not accept any requests or any messages from her old Instagram account that had like 3,400 followers or something. So if you're looking at that one, that's not her anymore. It was stolen from her and she can't get it back. And Instagram and Facebook have been no help helping her get it back. So she started a new Facebook page because that was tied to that Instagram account as well. And so you can follow her on Facebook and on Instagram under Azalea Bell Ogden. Just want to let y'all know, I know a lot of you were following her already, and we don't want you getting messages from somebody and losing your accounts as well. And we want to get her followers back up. She had a lot of 3,700 followers.
She had more than me.
Yeah, she had more than our store here on Instagram and Andrew on Instagram. So she was doing really well. Unfortunately, that was all taken away from her in an instant.
And then she has like 4.
Yeah, now she has like probably 20 some followers. I don't know what she has now. She's building it back up though. So please do go follow her. And yeah, that's it. That's all I've got to say. Thank you all so much. Have a beautiful weekend, and we will see you back here Monday. If not earlier, we might do a work with us here in the evening if you want to work along with us. All right, that's on YouTube. All right, thanks so much, everybody. Have a wonderful one. Bye now.
See ya.